Hello, my name is Josh, and I'm a watchaholic. Welcome to Horology Insanity.
What is up, my watch friends? So, check this out. We are taking another look at the Relio Solstice, wait for it, air quotes, Teal. Yep. If you haven't seen my kind of not a review video of this watch, then we'll link it up here in the upper right window. And I'd recommend maybe going to check it out. But what I want to do in this video is just some comparisons. And I mentioned in the other video, the main thing I want to compare it to is the Zelos Teal. And the reason for that is because I think, aside from being like a Zelos addict, right? So let's just say, let's be real and say, hey, I know that I like Zelos. And yes, some might even call me a Zelos fanboy, even though I'm realistic with them. I point out the negatives. I'm not shy in my review of saying where some of the Zelos fall short and how they fall short and why, that kind of stuff. However, what we're looking at here is specifically the Teal dials. And Elshan has made Teal a staple in Zelos for a long time. Now, again, I don't know if he was the first to do it. He's probably not going to be the last one to do it. However, in many cases, I think he might be the best at doing it. And I think showing it next to this Relio is going to showcase why. Now, let me just start off here by saying, let's see, I got a bunch. I don't even know how I want to do this. I'm a little overwhelmed with how many watches I have to deal with right now. And I know I shouldn't complain. This is why I called my channel Insanity. It's my hobby is insane. And so I'm getting to the point, y'all aren't going to recognize any of these changes. Behind the scenes, I got to slow down a little bit. I've got way too many watches incoming and outgoing. I've got loaners from friends. I've got tour watches. I've got other stuff. I just can't keep up with them all. And that's aside from the ones that I'm buying. I don't know. I think I bought 6 watches last week. Oh yeah, and one of them was that Hammerhead submarine edition. Oh man, I'm still waiting for that to arrive. But anyway, with this, let's take a look at them. And I'm going to start with my number 1 favorite. So this bronze Zelos Swordfish 42mm with the Teal dial is the number 1 best experience I've ever had with a Teal dial. Now, I'm curious, what experiences have y'all had with Teal dials, and what would you say is your number 1 best? My buddy Jonathan, for example, who lent me in this Zelos, I think he might say that this Zelos Nova in teal is his favorite color. And so the one thing that I wonder about, and maybe I've got to go look this up, but is teal supposed to be more blue or more green? Because when you look at a bunch of these side by side, the Zelos are definitely more blue. Now, they do vary a little bit, and my buddy Chris, when I lent him some watches, he realized it too. The teal on the right is the stainless steel Swordfish 40mm. It is a lighter and slightly more green shade than the one on the left, but it is definitely nowhere near as green as the Relio. And so this is why I kind of find a lot of things interesting when I get these and I get to see them in person, because this on the website, it says teal. They label it Solstice Teal. And I'm curious, is this actually teal? And if this is teal, well, then all of my Zelos aren't teal. And so maybe I gotta go look up colors. I don't know. Aren't there like RGB ratings, red, green, blue ratings for some of these? If my wife can find an actual teal, like a definition for teal, and we can put it up on the screen, let's see how that compares to these watches. But back to the comparison, you can see this one, you can see this one, you can see this one. And I think when I put them all side by side, you can really start to see the way that they're different. Now, the Relio does have a nice dark shade to it, kind of like the bronze one does on the far left, where the center one, the Swordfish 40mm, it is a lot brighter. And again, pros and cons. I think you can get what you want. I'm attracted to this dark one right here, because it looks like the abyss. When I'm wearing this, I feel like I'm about to go deep sea diving in the ocean with, I don't know, James Cameron or whoever. But you can see the difference between the sunburst effect on the Relio, which is what those other swordfish just had, compared to the textured effect on this Nova, or on the textured effect. It's a very similar one, but it's a little darker right here on this Mako V3. Now, I do have the plastic still on this one. This one's unworn, and so I hope that you can see through the plastic to be able to see it. And I don't think it distorts the color or what you're seeing. But that's what I want to kind of show you. You can see here the Zelos 43 millimeter, the Horizons 43 in teal, is very blue. It is very, very blue. And it's also a lot brighter than the Nova and the Mako. And I don't know if that's just because it's so big, that the dial's so big, that when they did the fume pattern on that, it took a while to get out to the outer edge where it turned black. And so you see a lot more of the blue in the middle. That's my guess on this one right here. But you can definitely see here, the Relio is not blue, it's green. And then the last one I had, this isn't even teal, but this is mother of pearl. And depending on how you get it in the light, it looks very blue. Sometimes it looks black, and then sometimes it looks like water. I see water when I wear this. Go check. I'll link it up in the upper right hand corner. I have a video of what this looks like in real life, and that'll give you a hint of what I see when I wear it. But let's get these side by side. You can see them playing in the light. The right one is definitely green. So that's what I want to do in this video. It's funny, I thought this would be a lot longer than my other one, but my review was a little longer. I thought it'd be short, and I'm just all kinds of backwards today. It's been one of those weeks. I'm sure y'all have them too. I mean, I've got a full-time job and a whole bunch of stuff that I do way outside of this channel. And so yeah, this week has just been piling and piling up. So, but anyway, I still get to take a break. I get to enjoy these watches. And I want to be thankful for that. I guess I say all that is to say, sorry if I was complaining or if I was a little grumpy in this video or in the last video. But with this one here, look at the good. There's a lot of good in this Relio. There really is. There's a lot of good in this Relio. It's just not, it's not blue. It's not a bluish teal. It's green. It's legit green. All right. So with that, my friends, if I didn't cover something you want to ask about it, drop it down in the comment section below, and I will be talking to you guys down there. But until we talk again, please remember what really matters. And that's not watches, even if they say they're teal and they're not. All right, y'all. Keep the insanity sane. This one is a short outtake for me to do a follow-up. And the reason is because this is called teal, and I was giving it the air quotes, and I mentioned in the video, I don't know that I knew at that point what color teal really is. And I needed to go look it up because I don't like to talk about things that I don't know about. And so, or at least I like to caveat whatever I'm saying with the degree of which I know it. So for example, if I don't know something very well, then I will mention that. If I know it pretty well, then I'll be like, hey, you know, I kind of studied this a lot, or researched it, and here's what I found. In this case, I was very curious after seeing how green this Relio was, and I compared it to all of my Teal Zelos, which are much more blue in nature. Much more blue in nature. And so I was curious, either this isn't teal or my Zelos aren't teal, at least in my mind, and it's kind of however you're going to define teal, and I'm guessing that there's a color spectrum for teal, and that's kind of what I'm curious about. But this is basically me asking, what is teal? And you will notice that it says teal is a cyan. I think that's how you pronounce that. I don't know how to pronounce stuff. But it says this is a cyan green color. Its name comes from something of a bird. I can't even read this. I can't read. Hold on. Let me get down here if I can read it off camera. It comes from the Eurasian teal, the bird, which presents a similarly colored stripe on its head. The word is often used colloquially to refer to shades of cyan. In general, it can be created by creating cyan, I don't know how to pronounce that, with a green base, and then deepened as needed with black or gray. So I don't know if it's deepened on my Zelos and that's what makes it more blue, but I think that maybe teal is supposed to be green. And that now leads me to question everything Zelos has ever said. Nah, I'm kidding, but it does make me question, are my Zelos teal not really teal? Because they're definitely not green. I mean, my Swordfish 40mm is lighter than and greener than my others, but it's nothing compared to this Relio. And it's nothing compared to what I just looked up on my phone. Let me know what y'all think. What is teal? And what is cyan? Oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to go look that up now. All right, I'm not going to do more videos on this. I'm not going to do, because I could come back and do a follow-up video every time I look up a new color, and I'm not going to do that. However, I do want to know down in the comment section if somebody actually knows colors, which one is the right one. And I'm getting the sense now that Relio is the right one. It's supposed to be this green color. And if that's the case, should Zelos not be calling theirs teal? And if I'm honest, I think I still prefer the Zelos. But I like blue. That's probably not a surprise to anyone. So anyway, I just wanted to follow up on that. Chime in down in the comment section. I'm curious to hear what y'all think about it.